Hey, have you ever wondered if the supplements you're taking are legit or if there's something potentially harmful or fake in your supplements? Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Cameron, and today we're going to talk about fake supplements, mostly as a result of purchasing on Amazon. I've got a shit ton of notes here because this is such an extensive subject. I didn't want to miss anything. And actually recorded this yesterday or the day before. And oh my gosh, it was really, really long. It ended up being 58, 59 minutes. And I'm going to try desperately to shorten that today. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So, gosh, I don't even know where to start. Closer to the end, I'm going to give you some tips for avoiding buying fake supplements. But before I do that, I just want to kind of give you an overview of the things that I've learned, my experiences, what I've uncovered as far as my research goes. And not everything to do with buying fake supplements, but I'm gonna give you enough information where you'll at least be aware that it exists, but also maybe reducing the times that you could potentially come upon a fake supplement. All right, so guys, since COVID, the number of fake supplements that are appearing on Amazon has, I don't even know what's over quadrupled. It's just really been increasing since COVID. That's about all I can tell you. And there's been a lawsuit. I'm just going to read the lawsuit to you, but it was filed in November against multiple parties alleging selling counterfeit supplements. And there's a list of supplements on Amazon. And it was discovered that counterfeit versions of very well-known brands were actually discovered on Amazon. And a lot of people ask me, I didn't have this conversation recently, but I want to say it's about 6 months ago. They're asking me if Amazon is liable for these fake supplements. It's like, well, I can tell you what I think, but that kind of sort of doesn't matter. I'm going to read you something here that was distributed by the U.S. Third Court of Appeals, and this was in late, I want to say, November of last year. So what they're saying is the Third Court of Appeals ruled earlier this month that these kind of differences do in fact make Amazon liable for harmful products sold by third-party sellers in some circumstances. That's the catchphrase, in some circumstances. The judges noted that because third-party vendors can only communicate with consumers directly through Amazon, they can conceal themselves from the consumers, leaving customers injured by defective products with no direct recourse. So to me, what that says is even though the Court of Appeals ruled that Amazon is liable, on the other hand, they're saying they're not really, even though they say they are. They're leaving customers injured by defective products, but yet there's no direct recourse. Well, I don't really understand how that can happen if they've ruled that they are liable, but yet there's no recourse. What's the point in even taking these fake supplement companies to court, right? I want to tell you about this one guy. He was in New Jersey, and this is recent. This is a year and a half ago. On September 26th, a man from New Jersey was arrested for selling fake versions of, you guessed it, pure encapsulations. This is one of the most reputable brands in the industry. And he also sold other brands, but according to New Jersey police, Brad Snyder, you dirtbag, he filled jars. He bought jars wherever he got them from. I don't know, but what he did was he removed all of the contents and refilled the contents. And this is specifically a gut powder. And he filled this container with cinnamon sugar. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with gut powders. And most powders, I think this is true of. Well, they're not only flavored, but they're sweetened. because if it's a powder, obviously you're going to add liquid to it and you're going to have to drink it. So you want it to be palatable. So that's why they put sugar in it. But what this dirtbag did is he filled the jars with cinnamon and sugar. Then he reheat sealed the jars, and then he printed his own label to resemble almost identical, but not identical, which is how they caught him. And he sold the products on his Amazon store, which is APEXX, Apex, and Miracle Tonics, which he's been operating since 2021. So he's selling Pure Encapsulation's brand on, somebody's blowing me up here, who on Amazon. And it alleged that he defrauded consumers of more than $130,000 worth of counterfeit profit or products. Guys, this is why it is. I mean, I can go off on a tangent here and I can make this video again another hour, but this is why it's so critical for you to pay attention to where you're getting supplements from. I mean, if you're getting supplements from Dollar General, no offense against Dollar General, excuse me, you know, that's probably not the best quality supplement. You know, those are mass produced in God knows where and what facility. You don't know, you can't, the supply chain is more than likely not traceable. And you don't know where these raw materials came from and who made them. Dollar General didn't make them, even though it's got their label on it. So this could be made in some bogus lab in a third world country in a sweatshop. I mean, you just don't know. Again, so excuse me, sorry. So very important to understand who you're buying from, and I mean, there's so many important factors when using these. Let's see, what else did I want to share with you? How do these things get past? God, excuse me. How do these things not get tested? And how do they get from the manufacturer to you? When they leave the manufacturer, if it's a reputable company, it's not tainted, but that when it arrives to you, it is tainted. Well, I just gave you an example of that. But another way is this, and this is an inadvertent contamination by the manufacturer, which happens. I'm sure it happens with the most reputable of companies, but there's three different, what do I want to say? Three different ways, I guess, a product can be contaminated, and or there's, what am I trying to say? There's three different. Let me just move forward. So there's a contamination process, obviously, that happens unbeknownst to the manufacturer, hence the testing. So if they find this batch that's been tested, what they're going to do is they're going to toss out this batch. But for some reason, a batch doesn't get tested. Let's say you have a big lot of supplements and you have 10,000 bottles. They don't test every single bottle. They only test half of that batch. And if the majority of half that batch passes the test, off they go. They're going to ship them out. So then what happens is Amazon receives that 10,000. So, and as you know, Amazon's 2-day policy, there's not one central Amazon shipping hub. They are scattered all over the country. And they take that 10,000 bottle lot of supplements and they disperse it among all of these distribution facilities through Amazon. So they send some to the East Coast, they send some to the North, they send them to the West, they send them everywhere. And remember, 10,000 of these, half of them might be contaminated, the other half might not be. But then you order a supplement and it comes to you contaminated. So you may or may not know, but let's say you do know something happens, you get sick, or you're allergic to a binder or a filler, or it's got mycotoxin in it or mold, and you reach out to the manufacturer. Well, you tell them the lot number and they find, oh my goodness, it's contaminated. But yet the other half was not contaminated. So this is my point, guys. When a supplement is contaminated, to me, it seems, based on the research that I've done, everything I've read, that when a lot is shipped out and there's more middlemen, it seems, I'm not saying this is the gospel, but it seems like the potential is greater for contamination to occur the more middlemen are involved, even though these supplements are sealed and 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 secure. Again, I don't know that there's truth to that, but clearly there is some way that this contamination is is occurring. This I want to read to you about. I want to share this with you about this lady. She purchased, this has probably happened to you. And I'm sure we've all gotten fake supplements from Amazon and we just didn't know it. The ingredients were benign, thank God. And I don't think, even if the ingredients are not legitimate, I don't think most of them are going to cause health repercussions. They certainly could, but I think in most instances, they don't. So this lady, she ordered, what is that, uh, four different types of supplements, all from the same brand. So let's say she ordered Miriam supplements and she got a fish oil and she got a rhodiola and she got, she just got four different products from this one supplement company. Well, 2 weeks later, she gets an email from Amazon saying, we're quite certain if you ordered supplements from all of these companies, it wasn't all of them, but a list of companies between this date and this date, more than likely they are counterfeit. Please don't use, stop immediately and destroy. Don't send them back, but destroy them. But guys, even if Amazon is selling these supplements, you and I have little to no recourse if they do end up hurting us. Again, more than likely there's not going to be any health consequences as a result of contaminated substances, but the potential is always there, and without a doubt it's greater if you're buying on Amazon, because remember, a lot of these supplement companies don't sell on Amazon. Yeah, they do have authorized retailers, which is a legit thing, but um, even if they have authorized retailers on Amazon, those still can be not legitimate, if you will. And I'm not saying the authorized retailer hasn't intentionally provided you with a contaminated product. I'm just saying there's more middlemen and there's more middlemen involved, so the potential for contamination goes up, or the potential for not a legitimate supplement goes up. I think I was on a tangent about something else, but I actually didn't. I don't remember what that is, but let's see. There's one other thing I wanted to share with you before I give you the tips to avoid buying the fake supplements. Let's see if I have it listed here. I got tons of notes that I'm having to go through here, guys. So thanks for hanging with me. Let's see. All right. Well, I can't really find that, but what I wanted to share with you, the important stuff, I just shared with you. And now the tips to avoid, the tips to avoid buying fake supplements. I'm sure there are more tips, but this is what I have found to be, at least I feel it's the best way to avoid buying fake supplements. There may be other ways, but number one is the most obvious. You buy from the manufacturer themselves. Guys, this is why I tell you, go to the website, go to Pure Encapsulation's website. Again, not saying if you go to Amazon, you're going to get a fake product, but the risk or the potential increases when you're buying from Amazon because they're a third-party vendor. And even though Third Court of Appeals said they're responsible for selling you fake shit, nothing happens to them. You hear what I'm saying? Nothing happens. So you're wasting your money and you could be potentially damaging your health. So just buy on the website directly. A reputable supplement manufacturer will not intentionally contaminate their products. But douchebags like this other guy from New Jersey, Brad, I think, whatever, they're in it to make a dollar. They are not concerned with your health. So please don't try and save a buck by going around the manufacturer and buying from a third party or buying from these yahoos online. So there are brands that, even though they have a website, they're the manufacturer, they will not sell directly to the consumer. And well, how do you get around that? Well, people like myself, I have a practitioner account, and that's why I can purchase, whereas maybe you, the consumer, cannot. For instance, Pure Encapsulations, who I love and I support wholeheartedly, they have other brands. They have, for instance, they have Douglas, they have Clean Athlete, they have Wobenzyme. A couple of these, you cannot go to their website and buy directly from them. You have to go through an authorized distributor, such as myself. Well, you're saying, well, if I'm not going to go through authorized Amazon distributor, why would I go through you? Well, maybe you won't. But hopefully, if you know me, you know that I'm not going to steer you wrong. And as if you don't know me, the more you follow me and understand what my mission is and that I'm here to help you, then hopefully you will like me and you will trust me and you will understand that I'm here to help you. And for those manufacturers that do not sell directly to you, the consumer, what they'll have on their website, and you might have to hunt for it, but it will say, there's a button that says where to buy. If you click that, and then more than likely it's going to have a search bar, and you can type in a state or a zip code, and it will give you a list of authorized retailers, and you can just choose one that's closest to you. You could go pick it up, or you can do a mail order thing. But either way, they will provide you a list of trusted distributors and retailers, some of whom will be selling on Amazon. And again, your chances are a little bit higher if you're getting from Amazon, but or higher to buy get a contaminated product if you're getting from Amazon. Not all instances, so please don't send me a million emails saying that that's not true. I'm just saying the potential is greater. Or, for instance, I used to sell on Amazon. I know all of this and what goes on. It does exist, so I'm speaking from experience. And again, you can get an authorized retailer through Amazon, or you can go through someone like myself who is an authorized retailer as well, authorized distributor or retailer. And so that's number one, buy directly on the brand website. Number two is what I just told you to avoid if you can, and that's buying on Amazon. Okay, if you're going to buy on Amazon, this is the way you do it. So you may see a product that says, oh my gosh, I have a fan blowing on me and it's my hair's touching my face. That's making my nose itch. You may see a product that says sold by Amazon. And if you see a product that's sold by Amazon, more than likely it's going to say shipped by Amazon. Clearly, all the products are shipped by Amazon. 99% of them. That's not true in a lot of cases. A lot of cases, people are finding the product on Amazon, but they're shipping from their basement. And yeah, that is a thing. But this is how products, I guess, fail to be revealed that they are contaminated or there's an issue. Maybe the reseller is not legitimate. So if it says sold by and shipped by, that just means that that particular supplement has had one lot tested by Amazon to verify that the supply chain documentation is accurate. However, what happens is if this lot comes in from this manufacturer and they have another manufacturing facility and this lot comes in, all of these lots, the lots are commingled, if you will. This lot gets checked, this lot does not. And that commingling is exactly how products get missed or skipped for contamination or adulteration. So this is exactly the process. So that's what I was saying earlier, that if you order a product and you're in Florida and your friend, your college roommate or whatever orders a product and they're in Wyoming and you order the exact same product, yours might be contaminated, but theirs might not be. And this is how, because these product lots get commingled and then get stamped safe, and then they send them out to the Amazon warehouses. So if you're going to buy, and again, the potential for being contaminated is lower on Amazon if you see sold by, shipped by, but it's still greater overall because you're buying on Amazon. So if you are buying on Amazon, at least look for the sold by, shipped by, because when they do come in, they have these lots that are checked by the supply. The supply chain documentation is actually verified by Amazon employees, and other supplements and nutritional products are not. So you can still buy on Amazon, but be aware that you could potentially get a fake product if you're going to buy sold by, shipped by Amazon. All right, so that was the first one. Buy directly from the brand website. Number two, I just told you how to buy on Amazon. If you're going to buy on Amazon, look for the sold by, shipped by. And number three is, this is probably one of the most important factors in buying anything that you're going to ingest as far as a health product. Guys, there's a company, they're an independent testing company, and they've been around since 96, I believe, and they're called Consumer Labs. And I have been a member, excuse me, of Consumer Labs for many, many, many years. And it's how I get a lot of my information, not all of it, but information that's related to research. This is how I get from them. The research after the product is made and then it's been tested. So who Consumer Lab is, and I'm just going to read you a little blurb because there's some things in this blurb that I feel are important and I don't want to miss it. So let's see here. Let me scroll. So Consumer Lab is a leading provider of independent test results and information to help consumers and healthcare professionals identify the best quality health and nutrition products. It publishes results of its test and comprehensive product reviews and reports for its members. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You have to pay for this. And I think a membership, I want to say I pay maybe $200 or $300 a month because I'm at the practitioner level. So my membership cost is going to be a little bit higher. But Consumer Labs research is frequently cited by media, professional nutritional journals, professional health journals, the AMA, American Medical Association. So they are a reputable, independent company, and they have, this is the most important part, guys, they have zero affiliation or ties to any supplement company. So they're not testing a product and they're getting a kickback under the table from a shareholder of the supplement company to say, hey, regardless of what you find, you got to give us 5 stars. No, they're not doing that craziness. This is a legitimate a legitimate organization that aids to provide consumers and healthcare practitioners with the most accurate and up-to-date results on the tests that they do themselves. Then you're saying, well, if they're contacting the company to get a supplement to test, that supplement could be tweaked to provide the highest form of ingredients in the product before they send it out for testing. No. And let me tell you why that's a no. Consumer Labs does not contact the supplement or the nutritional company. They do bars, they do powders, they do pet products, they do so many different types of health products, primarily supplements, but they still have a shit ton of other products. But they're not reaching out to the company and telling them that they're testing their product. They are getting from sources just like you and I would. They're going to the manufacturers' websites. They're buying the product, having it shipped to their lab and testing it. They're getting off Amazon and having it shipped to them. They're having it tested. So you see, they're getting the product exactly as you or I would receive it. So completely, totally legit. And if the product passes, they get the CL official CL Consumer Lab approved quality seal, which is a really big deal. They've tested over, let me see if I have it in my notes here. I want to say 5,000 different products. 7,000 different products representing over 1,000 different brands and nearly every type of popular supplement for adults, children, and pets, as well as food and beverage products and healthy protection device. I'm not sure what healthy protection device is. That sounds like prophylactics. Anyway, so Consumer Labs is a legitimate, incredibly transparent, independent testing company. You can get a membership, but it's going to cost you, which is completely fine. If you're into this kind of stuff like I am, it's worth every penny. So the last way that I'm going to list, I'm sure there are other ways to list, or there are other ways to avoid buying fake supplements. You could actually make your own. But guys, you can just follow me. You can message me, you can email me, you can ask me. I have actually, I want to start a Facebook group for all of you guys and gals that have questions. I get bombarded every day, which I love. Keep it coming. I don't care if it's fitness, nutrition, diet, whatever, fat loss. Let me know your questions. But if you don't want to invest in Consumer Lab and you're a little bit leery about Amazon, rightfully so, and you see a supplement on a website that you don't have access to because you're not a practitioner or a healthcare professional, then that's where I come in. You can buy from me or through me with a discount code, or if you find a supplement that I don't have access to because I'm not on their list yet, I can reach out to them and I can more than likely get on their list, therefore giving you access to the supplement. And to recap, there are 4 ways to determine if you are, or tips to avoid buying fake supplements. And the one is buy directly from the brand website. Number 2 is look for, if you're purchasing on Amazon, sold by, shipped by Amazon. The third is check with Consumer Labs in their reports, their independent test results reports. They're going to give you a green thumbs up or a red thumbs down. They test for contamination, adulteration, and potency. All 3 different things they test for. And the 4th way to avoid buying a fake supplement is you just reach out to a healthcare professional or practitioner like myself. I will not ever knowingly steer you wrong. All right, guys, that is all for me. By all means, keep the questions coming. If you are really confused, like a lot of people, understandably so, and you need help navigating the incredibly muddy waters of supplement, diet, nutrition, anything within those brackets, reach out to me. I'll give you my best on what I think And if it's more in depth than that, you need more guidance, more opportunities to optimize your health, we can work together. I have a variety of coaching solutions for every budget. Some a la carte and most are a la carte, and you can pick and choose what you need. And if you don't know what you need, we can work on it together. We can figure it out. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. And as always, I will be back very, very soon with hopefully another very informative video. Until then, stay safe. Catch you later.